When no one else was home, Ava invited her best friend, Sophie, over for a quiet afternoon. The house was peaceful, with soft music playing in the background and warm sunlight shining through the windows. They settled onto the couch, laughing about old memories and talking about everything that had happened in their lives. As the conversation grew quieter, they found themselves sitting a little closer than usual, enjoying the comfort of each other's company. After a long pause, Ava looked into Sophie's eyes and smiled nervously. She admitted that lately she had been looking forward to every chance they had to be together, not just because they were friends, but because her feelings had changed. Sophie was surprised for a moment, yet she didn't pull away. Instead, she gently took Ava's hand and confessed that she had been hiding the very same feelings, afraid that telling the truth might ruin their friendship. The room fell silent again, but this time the silence felt warm instead of awkward. They talked honestly about their fears, their hopes, and how neither of them wanted to rush into anything. They agreed that if they were going to take this step, it would be built on trust, patience, and respect. As they smiled at one another, both realized that what had started as an ordinary afternoon had become the beginning of a beautiful new chapter in their lives. The next evening, Sophie couldn't stop thinking about what had happened the day before. She smiled every time she remembered Ava's shy confession and the way they had looked into each other's eyes. Wanting to see her again, she sent a simple text asking if she could come over. A few minutes later, Ava replied with a cheerful, yes, and before long they were together once more. This time, everything felt different. They made coffee, listened to their favorite songs, and talked for hours without noticing how quickly time passed. There was no awkwardness between them anymore. Instead, they laughed freely, teased each other, and discovered how comfortable they felt simply being together. Ava admitted that she had never felt so understood by anyone before, and Sophie confessed that she had secretly dreamed about this moment for a long time. As the evening grew quieter, they walked out onto the balcony to watch the sunset. The sky was painted with shades of orange and pink, creating a peaceful atmosphere around them. Sophie gently reached for Ava's hand, and this time Ava didn't hesitate. She smiled warmly and intertwined her fingers with Sophie's, feeling happier than she had in years. Standing side by side, they promised to always be honest with each other and never let fear keep them apart again. They knew life wouldn't always be easy, but they also knew they wanted to face every challenge together. As the last rays of sunlight disappeared beyond the horizon, they smiled at one another, realizing that this wasn't the end of their story, it was only the beginning of a beautiful journey built on friendship, trust, and love.